Hello everybody, welcome to Mo's Kitchen. Today we're doing something very special, my favorite meal. This was definitely my favorite meal growing up and still is today. This is rice and meat, but it's got a very special marinade. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy, nothing flashy, nothing, let's try to reinterpret it or rechange everything. Just good food done right. It's got a few different variations over the years, but I'm going to show you how it's done. So anyways, let's get started. So, long story short, my dad used to be an executive chef back in the day, but now he's more of a catering chef, caters parties and stuff like that, does a lot of events. Anyways, he brought me part of a cow from one of his butcher friends, so I sliced it up and thought, yeah, why not? So, you're going to cut your meat up, or get really pre-cut meat, it doesn't matter. You're going to put a lot of salt, I'm using kosher, best salt for the job, and you're going to use garlic. So, I'd say about anywhere from 5 to maybe 10 cloves per pound of meat. So, basically, you're going to get the salt, the garlic, the oil, mix it up. And you're going to marinate it for a minimum of 1 day, but a few hours will do the job just fine. This is something my mom's family did a lot of in Brazil, so that's where we learned it from, back in the old 90s, 80s, and probably some of the 70s, where people weren't trying to reinvent every recipe or trying to change everything. They just tried to cook good food. Fortunately, nowadays it's all death by chocolate this, Chipotle that, just remix, remaster every little thing. No. These are good recipes and they're solid. You don't need to add a lot of crazy things. You could if you want to, but trust me, this recipe will stand the test of time in any kitchen, in my opinion. Anybody, anywhere will be happy with this. Okay, so here's where we're going to break the rules just a little bit. So I accidentally poured a little much oil. Funny thing is it spilled. You don't need that much. Like half of that will do fine. Now, back in the day, my grandma always waited for this to get hot, but they didn't have it blast down high like I did. You can cook this well done if you want. It's fine. It doesn't have to be medium rare, because this is usually very thin cuts of meat, so it doesn't really matter much. Basically, when you toss it in the pan, 30 seconds to 2 minutes per side, and that's it, depending on basically how thick the meat is. So literally, if you want it rare, medium rare, and it's a little thick side, 20 to 30 seconds aside, you're good to go. Maybe a little longer. It's going to depend on you. For first time starters, go 1 minute each side. It doesn't work, 2 minutes aside. My grandma didn't ever really use a cooling rack either. We always had very big family dinners in Brazil. She'd put them on a plate, then when they're done, she'd serve them all at the end. Basically, they kind of did the whole, 2 to 3 minutes, wait for all the juices to settle up. That already happened without the cooling rack. But obviously I'm doing it by myself for one person, so it's not going to quite be that way. So if you want to skip the cooling rack method this time, you can, but I'd recommend you don't. Today, I don't make the rules, I break the rules, so it's your call. This is as every good as it was back in the 90s growing up as it is now. Some of these are a bit rarer and more well done than the others. Again though, meat is thin, doesn't really matter. This is how I've always had it my whole life. But like I said, it has changed a bit. Sometimes there's beans, sometimes there's salad. Which in this case there will be salad for the next part. Now this is what I'm talking about. I got a bit of a salad going here. I got some, lettuce, tomato, just some onions. You can add whatever you want. Got some oil, pepper, salt, Brazilian vinegar. Regular vinegar is okay, and that's it. You want to add some oregano, you can. Just, any kind of salad works. Mix it all together. It's kind of a warm salad, but trust me, this works really well. Give this a try if you haven't, guys. My favorite meal of all time. Hope you all enjoyed the recipe. Really hope you comment on this one. This is an important one to me. This is literally my heart on a plate. Check out the website mos-kitchen.blogspot.ca for the whole recipe, even though I give you most of it right now, and for other details. As always, guys, enjoy it!